Here we are. Hop in.
All right. What are you up to?
I'm not up to anything. I'm taking you for a boat ride. Hop in.
You're taking me for a boat ride?
Yes.
No tricks.
No tricks. Hop in.
You're going to take me out and drown me, aren't you?
No, nothing like that. I'm a Christian. I value human life. I would never do that.
You're up to something. I know it.
Why would you think such a thing?
I just insulted you. People don't reward an insult by taking their assailant for a boat ride.
Well, you weren't really insulting me. You were insulting my Christian beliefs. I'm not insulted personally when you insult my beliefs.
If you're not insulted, you're just about the only person on earth who wouldn't be.
I assure you, I'm not personally insulted. You have nothing to fear from me.
Then why the boat ride?
It's a beautiful day. The scenery along this river is gorgeous, and you can see some wildlife along this stretch of the river that you can't see anywhere else on earth.
There's something else. You're not telling me everything.
You're right. A boat ride on this river will illustrate why I'm a Christian.
You are really strange.
Thank you. I don't take that personally either. So, how about a boat ride?
Well, it is a beautiful day. The air is calm, not a cloud in the sky. The water is smooth. I suppose a boat ride would be kind of fun. Okay, I'm in. What exactly does this illustrate?
You'd better sit down or you might end up overboard.
Oh, sure.
There we go.
It really is beautiful out here on the river, isn't it?
Yes, I love it.
Say, I don't know how to tell you this, but this boat doesn't have any oars or a motor.
I knew that.
Well, how are you going to maneuver?
This is a river. The water will push us along. We'll just go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Isn't that funny? I've said that 100 times, but I've never thought about where the saying came from. Go with the flow.
That's really what life is all about, isn't it?
Is that your illustration?
Partly. Life really is like being in a boat with no oars, don't you think?
I suppose, in a way. I mean, there are circumstances beyond our control, like accidents and sicknesses. But I think for the most part, for intelligent people, life is more like being in a boat with oars or a motor. You can usually see obstacles ahead, like sandbars and fallen trees, and maneuver around them.
You've never been on this river before, have you?
No, never. Why? There aren't any hidden obstacles in this river, are there?
Would you be able to see a waterfall if we approached it from above?
Usually, you usually hear a waterfall before you can see it. Say, we're not in any danger, are we?
Would it make you feel better to see a map of the river?
You have one?
Sure.
Oh, good.
Why do you think you feel better with a map?
I don't know. I suppose it's nice to know what's up ahead. It kind of takes the uncertainty out of life.
Well, now you know one of the reasons why I'm a Christian. Oh, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? The sun is warm, the water is smooth, it's so quiet and serene.
Oh,
Is something wrong?
do you know a place called Rainbow Falls?
Yes, it's a waterfall. It's really beautiful. It drops about 150 feet. It's really spectacular.
Well, it's right here in the middle of this map.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you worried?
Why would I be worried?
It's a waterfall, and we don't have any oars or motor to avoid it. If we keep going, we'll fall to our deaths.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. The river is so smooth here. It's hard to imagine that such a smooth, calm river could hurt anyone, isn't it?
We're going to die.
Yes, we are. You've just discovered another reason why I'm a Christian.
Well, why don't you do something?
What would you like me to do?
Something. Anything. Aren't you afraid of dying?
Actually, no, I'm not. Listen, are you sure we're in danger? The river is really calm and smooth. Look at it. We're just drifting along effortlessly. How could anything go wrong?
Well, you of all people should know that just because a river is smooth and calm in one place doesn't mean it's that way all over.
You mean life doesn't just go on as it always has?
Oh, you fool! There's a waterfall ahead and we're going to die.
Actually, the waterfall is upstream from here.
Are you sure?
We're in no danger of anything except sunburn.
You jerk!
I suppose I ought to take that personally.
Yes, you should. You had me scared to death.
I really wasn't trying to scare you. I just wanted you to look at life through the eyes of a Christian.
Well, you failed. I didn't see anything except my life flashing before my eyes.
I'm sorry. I didn't really intend to scare you with a map. I wanted you to see what Christians see.
What do Christians see?
When I asked you why you would feel better with a map of the river, you said that it removes the uncertainty.
Well, it usually does.
It's the same when Christians read the Bible regularly.
How so?
There are dozens and dozens of prophecies in the Bible that remove uncertainties about the future.
Anybody can predict the future.
That's true, but dozens of these predictions have already been fulfilled in history, right down to the letter.
Dozens?
Yes, and some predictions were made 500 years in advance. Did you know that the Bible predicted that Jesus would die with nails in his hands and feet before crucifixion was even invented?
No, I didn't.
Can you see now why we Christians are so confident in the future?
What happens in the future?
A waterfall.
You're kidding.
Well, the future is very much like a waterfall.
How so?
It depends on how you view it. If you look at it from upstream, as you did by misreading the map, you see certain death, not a very pretty sight.
How do you see the future?
We Christians view it from downstream. It looks really beautiful to us.
You're talking about death, aren't you?
Yes.
How is that beautiful?
Jesus already experienced death for us. That means the danger is behind us. We can just enjoy the view.
You're really not afraid of death, are you?
Well, I'm not crazy about the pain or sickness that will bring death, but I'm not afraid of death itself. Well, I suppose we should get out now, or we'll get sunburned.
I will remind you that this boat doesn't have any oars. How are you? Hey, how did you do that?
It's a sandbar.
You really know this river well, don't you?
It's just like life. The trip is much more pleasant when you know where you'll end up.
Not that I want to become a Christian or anything, but how can a person be sure where he'll end up?
The key is to admit that you have no real control over your own boat.
You mean go with the flow?
I mean, go with the one who created the river.
Based on a play by Bob Snook, Conditions for Use. Do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from the performance. You may reproduce and distribute this freely, but all copies must contain this statement.